Hello friends, welcome to the right side of the yard, the side that you rarely ever see. We've been needing to do some makeovers on this side of the yard, but I've been experiencing analysis paralysis. And if you don't know what that is, it's when you overthink a project for way too long, so much so that it paralyzes you and you end up doing nothing about it. So we're gonna fix that today by just getting started. So you've seen me do a few things over here. We've got our lovely hanging decor, did the succulent propagation station over here, but there are some barren areas that need some love. And I think instead of just sitting around and waiting and figuring out what I'm gonna do, I think we should just get started clearing out the beds. And then I've got some gorgeous flowers to plant that are perennials that should come back and look lovely here next year as well. So without further ado, let's get this party started. Have plans for the birdhouses. The plans will come soon, very soon, but we're gonna save these two because these look good, but the roof was falling off that other one. But that's why I've been collecting the birdhouses. They're gonna go for a very fun project soon. I think this little hedgehog was falling apart the last time Yep, this little guy did not make it outside. I think I want to move this, kind of start over with the shape of it, the border. So let's move this. Where do we begin? This is why I started and stopped this project a few times over the summer. It's just one of those daunting tasks that I was having a struggle beginning. So let's just begin. I wear pants for this. Keeping it real, this is a huge mess. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna till it up and restart the entire bed, because this project I've started and stopped a few times, and especially over the summer, it was just impossible mentally for me to get started because it was so hot. I just didn't want to do it. But anyway, what we're gonna do is restart. So we're going to till this area completely and get it fresh for our new flowers. Mama's gonna use the tiller.
You got this.
I don't.
String.
Okay, well, what do I do?
Oh,
The thing I could never do as a kid. Use the
you
pull.
wanna do it? You're in start, so you gotta flip that down the run.
Where?
I've already pumped it, so just pull it.
Well, friends, I certainly got my workout in for the day after using the tiller, but this was the part of the project that really helped to build the momentum to keep going. As I was pulling out that grass by hand, I was starting to get all of those doubtful feelings all over again of what am I doing over here? This is going to take forever, etc. Compounding that with the type of day that I was having where I didn't like how my hair looked or how my outfit looked. But at the heart of it, I knew I wanted to just get started. And for me, that meant clearing this area well enough that I could plant these gorgeous new flowers that I bought. And that kept me moving forward. So thankfully, once we got all of this grass out of the way, we were really able to have that fresh start. I do have big plans for this spot and really this whole side. You know, I love to hang things from the fence, especially the thrifted items that I found. And I've got plans for birdhouses to be over here. So that's coming soon, but this is the just getting started phase. And if you get anything from today's video, I hope it's that you can do a project in pieces. You don't always have to go from start to finish. I think especially on social media, that starts to become an expectation. Well, I'm over here living real life, friends, and let me tell you, we can not always do something start to finish, especially when it comes to household projects and backyard projects. So I'll be your friend over here who's keeping it real and helping you to create the motivation to just get started. Let me show you this piece of the right side of our yard. So we have this cinder block wall here, which this next house over is up on a hill, so it helps to maintain that. This is our little purple pink mixture, little splash of red, but we have these lovely flowers and they're kind of getting fried. Well, they have fried, so now they have died. Some of them, not all of them. I think they're salvageable. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put these in the ground and behind the asters to give them that height. Okay, so the plan is to put our larger plants back here. I really hope I can revive them, and then we're gonna put our smaller mixture of purple asters here. You guys know I love to save a plant, and that's the goal here. We're gonna save these plants. Woo, they are ready for a new home. Woo! Okay, looks a little saddy, but that's all right. Oh, I broke a branch. Darn it. It's okay. Still better off than it was. At least that's what I'm gonna tell myself. On to the next. Whew. Okay, here we go. I need to reposition my...
I've got that battery pack.
We're in the home stretch, just the last of the flowers to plant, and that is the beauty of just getting started. Once you start, it's a lot harder to stop, and you feel that momentum, and the momentum is going right now. My hands are even shaking, the adrenaline is pumping. Let's do this. Laying out the flowers now to decide what I like. So do we like this kind of gradient from dark to light, or do I do all the same together? I don't know. Let's see. I mean, that looks cool, but I think the dark to light. Unfortunately, the project did not come together in the daylight, so my ending shots are of the evening time, but I got some solar lights from Walmart that I have put all along this side of the fence, and I am adding in a thrifted DIY, and I'm bringing in 2 pieces that I've thrifted a few months ago, one being one of those Mercury vase looking candle holders and a round vase that I found earlier in the summer that kind of also has that Mercury glass look to it. I'm not completely committing to that look together just yet, so I haven't glued them together, but I think the look is pretty cool, and to me it makes a wonderful gazing ball, which I've always loved. So let me know what you think about these 2 pieces coming together to create that. Next on the to-do is something that I mentioned in my last video and have yet to do, is buy some pumpkins. And the last time we were at Walmart, I saw a great deal for some large size pumpkins. So I'm really hopeful that they will still have some, because we were here a couple of days ago and it looked like they were all gone. But I'm hoping they're just in a different spot in the store. So let's go see if they're in there. And I may get some medium or smaller sizes as well, so that way I can have my trickle effect like I did last year, and then adding in our lights. I think I see some, and I hope they're still here. Well, I'll definitely take those 2 at least. Yay, there's plenty, and they're $3.97, which is pretty much the best deal I've seen around. So let's grab, I think, 6 of these. I've got my heavy, doing the heavy lifting.
Well, can.
Let me get one more big one.
Keep
Did
going.
I get one with a big stem? Did you lift this one up earlier?
Yeah, it's got a bad back.
I think I see a good one right here. You're supposed to be doing the heavy lifting, you know.
Well, I can't film and lift.
This looks like a good one. Okay. Gonna check out Lidl to see if they have some smaller size pumpkins. Hey, we've got some kind of more medium sized ones, which is what I was looking for. Although these look a little bigger. Hold on. David's telling me there's some smaller ones over here somewhere. Here we go. No? These are big? Oh no. They're not. They're the same size as the ones at Walmart.
And I thought, like,
Oh no. Where am I gonna get my small pumpkins? The search continues. Who knew it would be so challenging to find smaller size pumpkins this year? All they have are the Gigantors, and I don't need any more of those. So we're gonna go to Lowe's.
maybe Dollar Tree.
I don't know.
You want to try that?
We'll see what we can find. The search continues. Back to one of our favorite places, the Lowe's Garden Center. I think I see some smaller size pumpkins over here. Let's just hope they're not expensive. I'm not trying to go crazy on this decoration, but I do want them. All right. I want to say last year I mixed some white ones in. Oh my goodness. Is it $11.98 for that? No way. See, there are some things I just won't do, and that's one of them. I'm not paying that much for a pumpkin. I just don't see any smaller ones. All they have are big, big, big. Gorgeous mums. Oh yeah. Wait a second. So that's 7, but the white one that's way smaller is 12. That just doesn't make any sense. The saga continues. I know you're waiting on pins and needles Even though for me it's been days, for you it's probably only been a minute or a few seconds, but we've got the kids, we're out and about, and I am on a mission to find some cheaper pumpkins. I'm just not interested in paying $12 for one smaller size pumpkin. Granted, it was beautiful. I love the white pumpkins. I love the heirloom pumpkins too. Those are so cool and different, but I have gotten word from my sister that here at Lidl, a grocery store, are some smaller, affordable pumpkins. So let's go over there and see if that is true. But she sent me a picture of them, so I know it's true. But let's just go see if there's some more available to buy, and I can finally finish this porch decoration with my pumpkins. All right, they should be right over here. So here's some larger size, but it looks like $3. So that's really good. These are pretty big, but I could at least find some smaller sizes at that price. I don't know, these are all pretty big. Okay, they're a little bigger than I was expecting, but at least they're at a decent enough price that I can find some smaller ones, and I don't feel horrible spending $3 on a pumpkin. Because yeah, a lot of them other places are like $10 even. Oh, good job, David. So let's maybe get like one more. But this is a really good deal for the larger ones, that's for sure. I was able to acquire all of the really large ones from Walmart, and then 3 of our smaller ones are from a little grocery store called Lidl. But before we start placing the pumpkins, I needed to show you these. Look at these beautiful flowers that are on this potato vine. Aren't those gorgeous? I didn't know they did that, so that was an exciting thing to see. And everything else is doing really lovely. I need to go and deadhead a bunch of flowers, but it's so nice that the weather is still wonderful enough to see all of our pretty colors and flowers, because in a couple of months that will not be the case. An important factor to our lighting out here are these big candles, faux of course, battery operated candles, and so I got some new batteries to put into those, but also I want to clean up my lanterns. These are huge and beautiful, and I thrifted both of them a couple of years ago, so they've been out here to add that ambiance. Here are our steps. Let's start placing some pumpkins, and then we'll play around and see what we like the best. I'm gonna start with the biggest. Ooh, don't fall. And I believe I had some right here on this part. And since we don't have a railing on this side, that's where I like to put the pumpkins, because I don't like to block that side. I don't have my little guys to fill in some of the spots I'd like to fill in, but I think I've achieved what I'm wanting, which is just this kind of falling down, or just sort of waterfall effect with the pumpkins. If a waterfall is the right word, I don't think it probably is, but it's the best word that's coming to my mind right now. I think once we fill it in with the lights, we will achieve success. Now I do have some purple lights, and I think I'm just gonna give it a whirl and see if I like the way both of them look this year. I'd like to say this project is complete, but it's just not. I know myself, and I know I'm going to be tweaking some things in the next couple of weeks, but I did finally get the lights to lay in a way that I liked them. I really wanted that large to small pumpkin look, but for the purposes of just getting started and also working with what I had on hand, I think I was able to achieve a nice look for now. And bonus points, and actually we can say winning points. When I was done, my daughter came out and loved it, and she said how much she loved it, and I think we can all agree that is a complete win. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe so we can hang out again. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.